Welcome back to Factorio Space Age. Research is going at a pretty decent speed, while the platform is going at a pretty decent speed. Going and getting stuff, and doing stuff. Going to pick up the rest of the research. Well, there's also a few other things that we want to pick up here while we're over here. If we want to make the most of everything we have here, I think some more upgrades would be helpful. Specifically, see if we can get speed modules in everywhere. Assuming that's something we can install in space here. Wouldn't imagine why not. If we look at the amount available, we got 4s in these, 2 in the furnaces, 2 in the crushers. So, a couple. Can't put any additional things in the actual weapons or anything, but that's alright. So 4 per these, and then 2 for each of these. Just go all speed. Should be all good. Some more later for the cryogenic plant. We can just pick those up from there. Okay. Let's see what we can accomplish here. If we look at the item here, this is the blueprint. I just need to add in some speed modules. We got 35 there, then 36 crushers, 58 furnaces. Let's see how many speed modules we can put on a rocket here. Between that and the last bits of science here, should be alright. All things considered. Can make it happen. 35 times 4. 36 times 2. And 58 times 2. If we have a few extra, we can always just drop them back down. Not even a problem. Let's ease ourselves. 70, 140, 35 again, that'd be another 70, but it's actually 72, 116, 8, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 328 speed modules. Rockets are going. Let us request some speed modules. Should we get some speed module 2s here? Increases energy consumption by a lot, so we have to probably consider that. Where are we running base here? We're up to here. We get all the way up to here. Depends on how many things are going. If it's too much, it'll be too much, and it'll be fine. Let's grab some of these. My capacity is 50. You bring up 350. Stronger explosives, 7 complete. Now start working on 8. Maybe I'm playing 150. This needs to make a few more. It'll be alright. So that should fulfill our requests here. And then it'll go back to Glemma. That'd be great. Okay, we also, let's see here. We might be able to do that too. Go over here, we're novice. And here, and this is our mech armor. So if we were to potentially here, I mean, we're gonna need the mech armor? If we leave it here, it'd probably be the best spot. We don't really need it. We're going to move the platform around to a few places, and then get on it, and then head out to the edge. So the mech armor is not actually going to be too helpful. So we'll just let it play out here. It would be annoying to lose the mech armor as much as to also be annoying to lose the whole platform though, so that's also something. Alright. Stack inserters. a whole separate affair. Storage chest. Inserters. Pile plastic. Get this all filled up nicely. It needs to be on both sides too. Or something. We'll do this. Both sides. That's on both sides. Can get in here with like long handed just to be less. That's one on that side. Let's drop it on that side. We can fix this. And fast here. Perfect. Or whatever. Question is mostly due to how this is going to function here. Stack inserter from a box, power pole, here's some plastic. So it's not stacking it on top of an unstacked stack. Okay. That's good to know. If we were to put a stack inserter here, it's doing some stacks. It's stacking up to 4 here. It's pretty good. Yeah, putting more stacks on stacks is not actually going to do anything. Is it just grabbing partial stacks? Let's do it a full stack. Do 1 plus 3, that's enough for a full stack of a stack. I'm doing a weird partial stack kind of thing. Okay. So that answers the question of how is this going to work? Which is, the answer is not very well. We need to kind of flush the system entirely. And then get stacks of stuff on it instead. That's concerning. Hum 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 hum. Okay. We need to get off the stacks. We need to get all off and then put back on as stacks. How would we go about that? Other things on here are also not in stacks. So I need to get in on stacks. Assuming all these things can go on in stacks. That's another question. Possibly answer. How about a stack inserter? Try different things. Box. Do we have stacks of things? We're gonna get some piercing round magazines. Got a few guns here from dying. It's not exactly super helpful. This away. We've managed to get beyond there. Also not good. Okay. There's various storage boxes of things. There's an actual thing there. Okay. Say like explosive rockets. Make sure those can stack on belts. Here is piercing round ammo. Waiting for more items. 5 plus 11 it needs. Apparently. Use some of this regular ammo that we spawned out of nothingness. I'm gonna be concerned about not being able to run on top of stuff. It's awkward. Okay. So one potential downside of stack inserters is they might not really be capable of doing less than a huge pile of stuff at the same time. Hand stack size 5 plus 11. Filters override stack size. Spoiled priority. Alright. We did eventually grab the 16 items. It's not gonna do anything until it picks up all the items it needs. We overrun the stack size. We need to do that. Ultimately, it should in theory work. Just need to get everything over here so we actually have space for everything. Get it all stacked up. Some fashion. I just need to purge the whole system of things. We get the rocks stacked. If we get the rocks stacked, that'd be something. That'd be more space for activities. The current system here, we have it coming off like these, so maybe we'll stack the rocks. And stack the stuff coming off. Ah. Getting stacks of the other stuff could be a problem. It's also only on one side of a belt, so it's on the other side of the belt too. Goes on half of it. They even work. Then partially going on this side, partially going on that side. I guess eventually we do something. Completely out of sulfur. There's too much carbon. Oh, problems. That's gonna stop explosives. Alright. We even need to... Do we need to stack the rocks? Probably not specifically. Wouldn't be bad if we did, though, I guess. We're on requests. Not quite enough of that. It's doing alright. Again, 250 of the speed modules. Let's see how we can do this here. Start in here. Nope. It's more of a ghost thing. Again, not quite right. Speed module. Let's just speed module ones. We got speed module 2s up here. Now we can do this. There we go. Speed for everybody. mean, the ones that really don't need it. But sure. See how this affects things. Let's have some chemical plants here. We could also use a couple speed modules. And put some of these too, why not? The only question is the power situation. Okay. How's that look? Can't really speed up nuclear reactors. Consumption plus 60%, plus 60%, plus 60%, plus 60%. Seems like it could be a bit. Crusher requirements spiked a bit. Energy is still a lot, though, from the multiple nuclear reactors here. So this progresses. Okay. There's some more speed modules. Get those all filled in. That's going to increase the power consumption a little bit more. The minimum when it's not doing anything is still lower, so that's something to consider. We need to make sure things work and hire everything. Okay. Power is just using the solar panels still. They're doing their best down here. Chemical plants increased a lot once we actually put the sulfur back in so they can actually do things again. Could almost do another long hand insert in here for moving a little bit of sulfur at a time. Override stack sized one. You might have been doing a little bit of overriding stack sizes, just to keep things moving here. Okay. Except for the ice. The ice is just all here still. Anyways. So we have a few more speed module 2s. That's alright. This up here eventually. This up here eventually. Okay. And in terms of stuff, still waiting on another 1,000 utility science packs. That's alright. Oh, there he goes. Supposed to say, we get all this science back over there to continue our research queue in total. See how far that gets. Yes. If we want stacks of things on both sides, we're going to need to redesign this whole system a bit. We'll have to do that when we actually have the stack inserters, though. Because they only go to here. We could send it out, go out, send it out, send it down. Wouldn't be enough space doing that for undergrounds. If we have out, out, it needs to be 2 different outs. So if instead of doing every other, switch it to close, technically far, close, close, technically far, technically far. Okay. Something like that could work, probably. No long-handed inserters besides just the long-handed inserter. That's alright. Okay. Back where we're at. I might need to specifically change the provide stack size. If it has problems, and it'll eventually probably grab everything at once. from an assembly machine eventually. Put a sensor here. Tell this to make some iron gear wheels. Let's make some sticks. Make some gears. Stacks up the gears so it has enough of them and places them onto the belt. I'm gonna still gonna stack into 4 here. It's 4 stacks of 4 with the 16 belt size, 16 hand size. That's pretty good. Now with that, we're able to get 4 times as much stuff on the belts. It's kind of what I'm really looking for, in theory, for the ammo and rockets out here. Just to keep things going as best as we can. Okay. So we're just going to need to find a way to clear off all of the rockets and piercing round ammo and railgun shells and probably all the other supplies, but eventually that would just fix itself. That's probably okay. Yeah, we need to get all of those in such a way that they are stacked for more space and everything. Well, that should be okay. Let's come up to this area here and have it instead come down. Or it's need to come down, come back up, and back on in some fashion. We can manipulate that to happen. If we stay in if we design it correctly, we can stay in an area where we're not having to fire off too much at a time, and just the saved up ammo will do a little bit for a little bit. Or just have it set up in a way that we can quickly fix it. Okay. I don't know if we're really even using this here for storing additional of this in the way. Not really. Turns 76 out of 1,000 for this. See, module 2s. Don't really need more than that. Okay. Guess I don't really need all these solar panels now. I don't really have space for more of those here. Those can go. Drop them. Anything else we don't really need more of? We got all of the things that can have speed modules now. All these, all these, all these, all these. I guess these could make it ice faster. Yeah. Melt that ice. Get it out of here. Okay. Tanks should be alright. Probably. With faster production of everything. And more efficient production too. That should get us where we need to be. In theory. Asteroid Collector. It's not going to be super quick. Due to the fact that we have this long-head insert system. This long-head insert system here is also going to limit the ability for this to be on any kind of stacks of rocks. If we do have stacks of rocks, we can do stacks of rocks though. In theory. If we had something... It's going this way to get to here, to get to here. We do a whole bunch of... Some of these aren't even going to really play nice with just conventional undergrounds or anything. Try to do some... Oh, what is that? Random explosives on here. Why are these random... There's random regular rockets and... explosives on this belt? That's obviously not right. How do you get down here? Here's the regular rockets. Here's explosives. Strange. Is the rocket? No, the rockets are doing rockets. Shouldn't be any random explosives or anything here. That was odd. Nothing else would be putting random stuff onto the belt here. Because anything that's on here that isn't the things that are supposed to be on here is obviously a problem. This is explosive rockets ammo. This is the regular rockets. Let's see, anywhere they'd be able to get from here to out here. Here's the explosives. You're crossing over to here. It's nothing there. Really could have just been on there for a while, I guess, somehow. Rotated something wrong at some point. Could be. So only the only regular rockets are just right here. Maybe we switched this. It expelled the recipe and it dumped the stuff. Okay, that would be it. Or else anything tried to expel the recipe and dump some stuff. I missed a couple things. Looks alright. Okay. Science 589. Alright. We'll be heading back to Gleba soon. It's going to be useful to do so. So we're getting through the sciences here. Stronger explosives. It's going to be great. Okay. Let's prepare over here. Check our platform. Everywhere there is fast inserters. Right here. Check the platform. 509 fast inserters. Okay. So that means we need 509 of these guys. The stack inserters. And 500. This is just a row here. Lost a bit. Comes in 50s. Send 150. There's 11 launches. We're gonna need 11 launches worth of launch stuff from here. How many launch stuff's worth of stuff do we have over here? Got 2 ready. 500, 500, 500. Yep, that's enough. And we also need to send ourselves. So 150 stack inserters. Go to the space platform. If we request specifically all the stack inserters, 550. That's not available from here, so that doesn't interfere with the unfulfilled requests section here. He's also trying to do the cryogenic plant, which can go away. 300 more science. Should be good. Okay. In terms of uranium fuel cells that we're using here, could be wise to grab a couple more. Especially if we want to do some other things. Bring me some more up here. We have the technology. Right over here. Ish. It's all working. Mostly. Somewhat. It's kind of getting filled with fancier stuff. Only way that any uranium-238 gets in here is from these boxes, which we can fed from here. This is stalemated. It's not getting put into this box. This is finished. It's not getting taken off here because this is all completely full. So it goes up through here. And all of these are output full. It's output full of the other one because it's stuck going into here again. And this is stuck. This is full. And this is full. And this side's full. This side's going over here. Going here, which is also full. Only like this side here is actually doing anything. That's gonna eventually stop if this doesn't keep moving. The whole thing just needs a whole big line of this too. This is gunking up on this side also. This is too full. It's too full. This is too full. A lot of this isn't quite working. I want to make sure this keeps on doing things. Should probably flush the system or something. Or at least keep it going. Alright. Let me fix this. This. Here. This hooked up into there. And this is going to be filtering out only these ones to get onto that line. This one's going to take the other ones, put them here. Then we will add more storage boxes for this side for right now. This one's here. So it's just down here. It's not even really solved the problem. And a power pole. I also need this to grab off of here more reliably. That unfilled. These coming on this like this. These coming from here. The whole storage over here that's dealing with anything that's coming off of this, but on the other side here, it's not really quite working. And then a splitter here. Get all that on there. That will eventually unfilter from there. These are just the centrifuges for this. These are actually the enriched ones up this side. We got so much of the enriched ones already, it's kind of a mute point currently. This also has only 14. I don't know if this whole line here is really necessary. Kind of needs to be in this box. Okay. This is all only coming from here still. I guess it's also coming from here if this box gets empty. Or something. These are going. This one's going. This one's going. We got plenty. Just make sure it keeps working here. Anyways, how's things going here? 15 more. No, actually, Fire off the last rocket here. Is that it? Nope, that's fuel. That's also good. We need that. Launch that. Some more science. Is science even going? Ingredient shortage. Processing units. Processing units shortage is because we're firing off all these rockets also. These are coming from here. It's being cut off from this lane here. Not a huge number of processing units we make here. Being limited by electronic circuits, which are being limited by copper. Yeah, the copper line's not doing amazing currently. It's just being used for a lot of stuff right now. Like all the other science, also filling up all the boxes again. And all the modules we made too. That probably used a lot. But in general, should be on the way soon. We'll have everything we need here. A couple more uranium fuel cells. Shouldn't take too much longer. Okay. And that will complete our satisfaction here. 1,000. Should be on the way soon. This is just setting up the fuel cells first. That's okay. How's power doing? Fine. That's fine. Okay. Only 40. Our capacity is only 10. It's gonna take a little bit longer here then. That's probably fine. Ish. It's gonna be 10 at a time here. How's there an additional 2 on the way if it has a rocket capacity of 10? Mysterious. Okay. I'll do what? 23 rockets-ish. Then 1 more for the science. In terms of time, how long do these last? It's pretty consistent, it feels. 8 joules. Uranium, depleting uranium fuel cell. What's in here? Slowly. Okay. Oh, it's something. Okay. So in terms of getting everything stacked up here, it's going to need to be take it off, transfer into stacks, put it back on the belts for each individual system here. It needs to be emptied of the single stacks. We'll start from the earliest parts in the process. We think we could get all the rocks stacked. Will give us more storage of rocks for future use, I suppose. I don't know how the stacks are going to do with this system, though. I mean, if we can't reliably get these to be stacked the way they need to be, we'd have to get the thing coming up here to take the stacks, all 3 stacks, put the stacks on the stacks. We can't reliably get only the right stacks from off of here, so we need to have separate asteroid stacking capability. Well, that's super necessary. Can we stack things that are supposed to be single items? Not too many of those exist. Box. What can we put in here? It's singular items. Something like light armors, perhaps? And some iron. Yep. Those don't stack. Aha. If it doesn't stack, it doesn't stack. Good to know. Okay. And things that do stack. Do stack. Alright. The concept of stacking asteroids is a non-starter entirely. Okay. Well, that solves some headaches, at least. One less thing we need to worry about, I suppose. Would have been nice to stack up even more stuff in this system here. That'd be some storage. Oh well. Means the current system should keep working. So that's nice. Just need to replace all the fast inserters and the entire outer rings here. We really need stacks of artillery shells. Or maybe artillery shells. Railgun ammo. As far as we need to go, I don't think that's going to be necessary. It's mostly the rockets and Pearson rounds. It would be good to have more available. The frequency of using the railgun ammo did not look like it was going to be that much of an issue. All those we had out this way. Huge increase in quantity. But still. Let's see. How are we doing on getting all that stuff up here? 1426? It's fine. You said that to just be 1,000 here. Alright. 1,000 on the way. I'll finish that. Need any of this other stuff here? Not particularly. Could just be space for more rockets. Currently have 6,500 explosive rockets on board. We're gonna need more. Well, that's okay. 1,000 on the way. In terms of total storage, we've got not quite another 700. 600 and some spaces left. So 600 and some 100. 600 explosive rockets we could store. I could see it. Excessive? Yes. Would we have to drop that many rockets if we weren't going to use them? We're going to use them. Well, we're going to use them. Okay. So that should be here soon. It's on the way. It's all we need. Get these over there. Let's finish all the research. Send up the inserters. Go send up the belts. We're also making it more and faster along the edges. Maybe just everywhere. Depending on how that's going. 1,400. Yeah. Check the thing here. It's got 3,100 express belts. What if we just kind of leave it stationed over Volcanus for making rockets and getting belts for extended periods of time? which should be good. Yeah. Let's head into Glema. Here he goes. Automatically going by itself. In theory, get to the point where it's just functioning. Have different platforms, varying different stuff around. All sorts of rockets and automation. Ain't that a thought? Okay. So this will end up here. Drop in science. Finish the research. We should be good. These ones aren't going because they're missing a science pack. Is this not being made fast enough for this? Yes. Well, it's doing its best. Can we make more of these? It's doing as fast as it can. A bit of modules in here. That for a thought. Not that we need it currently. It's a thought though. What is the limiting factor here? Used to be pentapod eggs. On the way 4. Alright. Is all this working? If it wasn't working, it would have exploded in our faces already, so I'm sure it is. Spoilers out of the way. Let's check all of these. This one die. You're not going because... Where are you missing? Now you're going. Not getting enough nutrients. Okay. Well, Flux. Maker is not getting enough mash. Guess I'm limiting something here. We got the logistics bots. Ah. The mash seeds are full. Okay. Rockets are setting those up. Let me just set this in here. I need there to not be a whole bunch of extra seeds in places. We're also kind of requesting seeds at other spots though, so. Completely full, no. Storage for this. How'd you like some spoilage? Let's get out of my inventory. Okay. Oh, the speed and be able to run over things. Good. Seeds. Full piles of seeds. Okay. What's doing out here doing? I only have a couple of seeds. This one's full of seeds. That's going to limit production quite a bit. Yeah, boy. Some things for purchase. 3 seeds. No seeds. 40 seeds. 2 seeds. No seeds. No seeds. Alright. I'll help a little bit. What's the seed situation up here? It's a potential problem. 1, 0, 1. 350. 2. 480. Boy, there sure are a lot of robots here. Okay. Well, it's kind of working. These requests are also just full of seeds. Those are requests down at these ones. This one's 100,000 seeds and they're always full. Okay. We set down more requests here. We can also get more of the seeds taken care of. Anyways. Well, that'll about do it. We've got platform. It's here. It's requesting stack inserters. They're coming. We need to drop the science. Once it actually gets here. It's still coming. Let's go back to... Wait, what are you doing? Back to Glema. What are you doing? When did we set a... It's an unload condition. Ah. Oh, unloading cargo this time? Yeah. Well, something like that. We managed to launch 2 stack inserter rockets, and then it turned around. Fuel's doing fine. Something. Okay. Just need to drop the science here, and that'll be good. Get that going. Get the stacks going. And get the belts going. And then get a heap of everything, everywhere, going. Should be good to go. Ish. I continue to work in progress here. For sure. Soon. Speed. Doing fine. Got enough thrust. That's all still working. Okay. So here, drop stuff. These. A little bit longer. 7.1 thousand rockets. Got the rest of the science. Good amount of space. In terms of total space, we've got another 700 space we can put in. Great. Okay. And now we drop stuff down. We send stuff up. Just bring it from there. I really have a box here for that. The box and put it in here. Don't need the robots to also take it. Should still automatically launch it. We automatically fill it here. Yep. This box is too many then. It'll stop when it has enough. Okay. These will keep on filling up with all the stuff they need. Set down the science. So the research should probably finish, in theory. science continues. Eggs continue. They're working. Working. Out of nutrients. Why are you out of nutrients? That's not eggs. You're out of nutrients. Their quest. Making this. It's making Bioflux. There's no nutrients in here to make anything into. Why not? Let's have no eggs. Spoilage on there. Right. That's all getting fed. And here to start this again. Seem to get through the process of doing that without messing everything up. There's a lot of bioflux in here. Does Bioflux box have a remove spoilage option? Doesn't look like it. This is a requester chest, so it's actually fine. Provider chest. I'll solve that problem. Ingredients storage, the eggs are coming around, don't worry about it. Working, working, working. Need more eggs to make more science, to finish the science, do everything here. Alright. Place is a mess. Let's get the job done. We just need to fix some stuff in space. To prepare. Next time. Goodbye.